how are you?
Hey, we're good.
So good.
I love all of your outfits.
Oh,
Thank you. We were also just admiring each other's
We were like, wow, this is
get-ups.
good.
Yeah, I love it. So first off, congrats on the series. I'm super excited for it. What are you most excited for viewers to see? And without spoiling any major twists, obviously, what do you think will surprise viewers the most about the show?
Ooh,
I think the mystery aspect will keep everyone wanting to watch, hopefully.
yeah.
I feel like it goes in so many different directions, and there's no way you can guess the ending just because so many of us tried, and it's really unpredictable and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I'm
any
ex-
of you get the ending correct?
no,
No.
nobody. I'm excited to see what people guess.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it does really point a finger by the end at every person.
Yeah.
Like we were all reading the finale and I was texting, I was like, ooh girl, you look sus. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah.
like, it's you. Like up until like the last page.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
So none of us figured it out.
No, we're all dumb.
We're all dumb.
I love that. So each of your characters obviously copes with their situation very differently. If you were stuck in the afterlife support group, who do you think you would hang out with? Like, who would you want to be friends with?
Rhonda.
Charlie.
We love ourselves.
Is no one an option?
Hey.
I would definitely be friends with Charlie just because he's so sweet and helpful. Like I would
Yeah.
need someone to tell me where to go and what to do because I would feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
But
Me too.
definitely not Lonza.
Well, I think it depends. No, it depends at what stage. If I was newly dead like you, for sure, I would hang out with Charlie.
Yeah.
But if I'd been there for 60 years, I'd be like, Rhonda, I get it. Like I'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
act like
yeah.
that too if I was
Yeah.
dead for 60 years.
No, that's fair.
The funny thing is, Dawn, who stares at the light bulb, I know she's not a group participator, but I feel like I would hang out with her a lot. I
Yeah.
really do. I think I would
That's
just sit
okay.
there with her and feel safe
Yeah.
because
Whoa.
she is so out of it.
Yeah, really out of
But
it.
also in it.
Whoa. Whoa, Nick.
I always want to get to know the people that are removed from the situation, and I always want to
Yeah,
talk to that
outside
person more.
looking in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. If you could each compare your character to any other TV or movie character, who would that be?
Oh wow.
I think from the look, everyone says, Ali Sheedy from Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
But I don't think she actually is like her. I think people just see that I have dark hair. The best comparison ever. Like I would die, but I don't think deep down. Honestly, a little Spinelli.
Mm.
Remember
Yeah, you've
Spinelli
said
from
that,
Recess?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just thinking of people with short, dark hair still. So again, I don't know. I'm not very
It's just
creative.
about the hair.
I'm like, yeah, so we have the same hair. I don't know.
That is a really
I haven't thought about.
don't know.
No, that's fair.
Can I not have an answer?
I can think of one. TJ.
Yeah,
from Recess. I need the whole cast of Recess.
Actually, this is just a spin-off of Recess.
That's
a
right,
really
that's
short
right.
version of that.
Huh, I'm trying to think.
I'm stumped. I don't know.
Nate and Megan, the show creators, they loved Veronica Mars, but I didn't try. Like, I don't think that they're anything alike, but
I think they did a really good job about making the characters so specific and well-rounded and dynamic that it would, yeah, I mean, there's not another one coming to mind. There are certain archetypes that
Yeah.
we play into at the beginning of the show, but then as the show goes on, you start to learn more about the characters, and then they become less and less attached to that. So I don't know.
It's hard to think of that without like just like you said, like an arc, like stereotyping,
Right.
kind of, and being like, well, he's the like gay kid in school, or she's
Right.
like wears black, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, totally fair.
Those are the two
the two options. The only-
The two options only. Let's see. Do you have, okay, besides your own, who is your favorite character on the show?
Hmm.
I mean, I love Josh. He plays Mr. Martin,
Mhm.
and I love Nick.
I agree. I love these two, and I love the whole ghost world. I also love Simon because I love Maddie's relationship with Simon.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Maria
I was
Dizia,
just
who
about to
plays
say.
Sandra, my mom on the show, she
Oh.
is the coolest
Like a
human
force.
and such a force.
We
And
bow down to
we bow
Maria,
down,
like
we
truly.
kiss
And the
her
most
feet.
humble person I've met in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
We just named every character.
Yeah,
I
we're
was
like, and we
when I
love
was
Rainbow, and we
watching-
love Kiara,
when I was
and we love,
when I was
and I love you,
watching
and I love you,
the third
and you were
episode, I
there.
was like, oh, Nicole.
Oh my
like,
God, I
in the
know.
flashback.
I know.
That's all of them. We love.
I think everyone.
I'm excited to see what people say.
Yeah,
who
Yeah.
resonates with who. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. We are down to less than 1 minute, but like, what's your favorite thing about your character? Oh, well, actually, I guess we're wrapping. Sorry.
Oh, no,
Everyone
we're
say
so
it together at the same
We're
time.
gonna do it all 1 word.
1, 2, 3. She's so
Strength.
cool.
He's funny and he's sad.
Okay, we did it.
Woo. All right, it was so
Say
great to talk to you guys.
strength. Peyton goes, strength.
Oh, I thought you said
Ovaries.
it straight.
Ovaries.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, good to see you again, Spencer.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's so excited to be here with you guys today. So very excited for this to come out. What are you most excited for viewers to see?
I'm really excited for just the ride of it all.
Mm.
And I think that in a world where all these streaming shows, a lot of them drop all the episodes at once. I think it is for our show. It's really cool that it's going to be trickling out on a weekly basis. You get to have those water cooler conversations and make your make your theories and
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's especially great for a mystery type show where you want everyone to get, those theories going. How would you describe your characters' dynamic with each other?
Our character's dynamic.
Mhm.
I think Claire really, really cares about Xavier. I think that she sees that he's struggling with the disappearance of Maddie and is there for him.
yeah. I think it's a really complicated relationship.
It's a very complicated.
I think at the top of the show, Xavier's dealing with a lot of grief and that's not a great that's not a great foundation, I guess, to start a relationship, but there's definitely a lot of feelings there.
Yeah, if you could describe each other's characters in one word, what would that be?
In one word.
In one word?
Mm-hmm.
I would for Claire, I would say cunning.
Cunning. Good one.
Yeah, very
Good
Slytherin
one.
energy, very Slytherin.
I think very walled up. That is not a word. What's a good word for walled up? Just one word.
Words are not coming.
We can just put a hyphen in it. That'll work.
Walled up, yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Well
That's a
done.
word. That's it, yeah.
Okay. Would you also put Xavier in Slytherin? Just curious.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I'd
Slytherin
say
mixed
so.
with
You
Gryffindor,
know
I
what?
could see
He
that.
may be a Gryffindor. It might be a Harry Potter situation, one or the other.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are you most proud about your work on the series?
I'm extremely proud of the show. I'm extremely proud of everyone's work and the work ethic that they put into it. Everyone was really dedicated to making this show as amazing as what the writing is, and trying to just do justice to everyone. And I think we did.
Yeah. I think I had like so much trust in the team that was behind this, that like you go to the set with a certain idea of what you want to do with the scene and whatever, and I think I'm really proud of the collaboration that came out of it. And I feel like every time we went in to do something, it would turn out different than we expected, and it was always in a really awesome way.
Yeah, without obviously giving away major spoilers, were there moments when you were shocked or super surprised by twists?
Every episode.
Yeah,
I think.
I'd say it consistently across the board. Shock.
Yeah, just one word to describe this show is shock.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then let's see. What was your favorite part about filming together?
With the whole cast or just with him?
Just you two. Just goes dead silent.
It was a struggle. It was hard.
Oh gosh.
Every day it was just so draining. The amount of coffee just didn't.
Nothing worked. No.
It was a pleasure. It was honestly.
Rainbow is an incredibly talented actress and a really, really cool person. Don't.
Spencer's like no.
Spencer
is no. He is in. He just brings so many layers to his character that I didn't see just reading the script. There's so much that depth and layers that Spencer brings to Xavier, and you see it so well.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think it's about to wrap in a second, but I am so excited to watch both of your characters in the show and see how everything progresses. And yeah, congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we have 30 seconds, I guess. Well, yeah.
Watch School Spirits, March 9th.
Paramount Plus.
Yes, very excited. Congrats on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, first question is, how would you describe Nicole and Simon's friendship?
Just stare at each other.
This
You
is our
go.
friendship.
You go. This is it.
I would describe our friendship as, because we really actually met and freshman and sophomore year in high school, we got along just like that. You know, it's one of those people who she's open and kind, and so Maddie and I, we wanted to bond with her. But throughout the show, our friendship does get tested a little bit because I can't actually confess to Nicole that I can see Maddie. So we're investigating the same thing, but having different tactics and strategies,
paths.
you know, which could pull us apart. So their friendship does have a lot of obstacles, but at the core, they love each other.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your favorite thing about their friendship?
It's funny because I'm confusing the friendship and then us in real life. And I'm like, in real life, I'm like, oh my God, I love him. We're joking all the time. But then in the show, you know, like you said, it gets a little rocky. So you're kind of mean to me at one point.
Yeah.
I should say.
I kind of like that. If we'll argue and we'll each have, our character will each have their own objective and point.
Yeah.
They will, usually you'll end a scene, you know, with some sort of agreement. They're just going to do different things throughout the show. Like, don't do this. I'm going to do it. Okay, bye. So I like that.
But then they come back.
You know, two stubborn people, it just makes for good scenes.
Totally. What do you each relate to the most about your?
Sorry, you froze. What was the last part?
Oh, sorry. What do you each relate to the most about your character?
You know, I struggled with this because I almost felt that there were some things about Simon that were close to me because he's kind of he loves trivia and facts and information, and he's like kind of a smart aleck, and I like doing that with my friends. And so I just had to make sure that there were all these dissimilar things about us when trying to play him and just create those things. But the most thing about him is I think we're both intuitive, but he's a lot more brave than I.
I would say what I resonate most with Nicole is just her artistic side and the way she is brave and just so close with her friends, the little group of friends that she has. I resonate the most with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you were trapped as a ghost in the afterlife support group, would you which characters do you think you would act most similarly to? Like, would you be having fun, or would you be, you know, playing detective, or would you be kind of passing the time or haunting the school?
I feel like I would be like Wally, who's just sort of letting time go by and, you know, this is where he's at, but it's okay and positive. I feel like that would be me.
I know I would have a phase of where I kind of just want to eavesdrop on what all the girls say in high school and try to figure out, because I feel like you never understand women really. So I'd want to eavesdrop on their conversations, but then I would just end up being Dawn. I think I'm ultimately Dawn.
Rhonda eavesdrops on the a few people, yeah.
I like that Dawn is just sort of in her own world, staring at that light bulb, and I think that wouldn't really bore me. I think that might be me.
Totally. Let's see. Do you have a favorite character besides your own?
I like Mr. Anderson. I think him as a person and just his character, I think they're both hilarious. So it's my favorite.
It's not that I like Sandra, Maddie's mother. It's that I do, but I would love to play her. I love to play Maddie's mom. I think that she just has to go through so much. And every time I read the script, I go, oh, she stole those lines from me. I wish I did that. But I guess I'm not older and not a woman.
She does them so well too. Maria is great.
Yeah. All right. That's a wrap. Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations. So excited to watch. Okay. So School Spirits is based on the graphic novel, which hasn't come out yet. So how did the whole process for this project come about?
Well, it was backwards, Kelly. It was very backwards. We actually wrote this as a TV show first. So we wrote a pilot maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And it, kind of went around town. People read it, but not anything sort of concrete happened. And so we were approached to possibly develop it as a graphic novel. And we said, what a great idea. We'd love to keep this story alive. So we've been working with HarperCollins to make a series of 2 books for this series. And shortly after that, Paramount reached out and we're interested in the project as a television show again. So kind of a circular way to get there, but we're really thrilled that both are going to exist.
Yeah, absolutely. Does does season 1 cover the whole first book?
Yeah, almost exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The way the sort of engines for telling the story are a little bit different, just so that it's better. It kind of suits the format better, but the themes and the big plot points are all the same. So we like to say kind of the heart is the same for sure. But we're excited because I think you can get something unique from both versions, which we were really pleased that we were able to kind of translate it in a way that makes them both still feel so unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Tone-wise, what might School Spirits, the show, remind viewers of in terms of past TV shows or movies?
Oh, I think that I hope it has its own tone, number one.
Yes,
But I mean, every show I've worked on, I think there's got to be humor, even if you're doing a mystery. There has to be, character development and lots of, poignancy and humor. But I think that we're all drawn to the John Hughes movies, as well as Veronica Mars, as well as, there are shows that we all love that basically that weren't afraid, My So-Called Life, they weren't afraid to deal with painful issues for a teenager, issues that were not going to go away. And the idea of being invisible at that age is, wanting to be invisible and then being invisible when you don't want to be. Yeah. It's really weird because there's that duality of being a teenager. There are days you don't want anyone to see you. And there are days where it's like, why doesn't anyone see me? And the drama of that during the pandemic, what was going on, or what's gone on the last couple of years, I think is beautifully realized in this show. So to answer your question, though, we're inspired by many things, but I think School Spirits is its own beast.
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching, the first few episodes, screeners, I fully agree with that. So it obviously tackles some difficult subjects, but it also does balance it with, some dark humor and fun elements. What aspect of the show would you say you're the most proud of?
As we've kind of been talking today, I realize that a word that keeps coming up is hope and hopefulness. And I do think that's something that is so important to us, that we do have dark issues and themes. We do have some scary elements, some very sad moments, but there is a brightness and a levity and the beauty of finding wonderful relationships to help you make your way through difficult times. So I think, if anything, I hope it is a show that gives hope or helps sort of talk about hope in a productive way, that people watching it dealing with anything difficult might be able to relate in that sense. I think for me, that's the word that keeps coming to mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Do you all have a favorite character or relationship dynamic?
Ooh, that's very tough. I think they're dear to all. They're like all of our children.
I know, it's
absolutely. Or one that you personally relate to a lot.
I definitely think that there are sort of bits and pieces of us in a lot of the characters. I think we wrote this originally as kind of a time where we needed some catharsis. So we were working through our own issues in our lives. And I think that the way that we wrote Charlie at the beginning, who isn't necessarily wanting to look at his problems or face his problems, I relate to that a lot. Obviously, all the characters experience a lot of growth through the show, but I would say that moment in that character's life is one that is really resonant for me.
Yeah, and I think one relationship that's really fun to explore is Simon and Maddie. You know, they're two best friends. They've known each other for so long, and I think even in this show, they start to learn new things about each other. And so it really is about the things that kind of haunt us all and what we share and don't share, the versions of ourselves that are seen or unseen. And I think that there is a lot of really, I think people will relate to their friendship.
And I think with the characters that we get to work with and these incredible performances, you really can kind of take any grouping of characters or pairing of characters, and it's such a fun dynamic to explore because they are such unique people, they are such unique experiences. That's been across the board so much fun to dive into.
Absolutely. All right, that's time, but thank you so much all for chatting. I'm super excited, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC in full